All right, welcome everybody. Apologies for that connection. Hopefully we'll be doing better here on this rink. But welcome to our first playoff game for Tier 1 EHL against the Florida Alliance. We'll be here all weekend. Wi-Fi is a little rough here, but we'll do our best today if there's disconnections. Try to be patient with us if you can. And off we go. Logan takes a hard hit into the boards there. Strong hustle. And past Robbie and Ringstrom. Ty. Ringstrom controls. Up to Logan. And puck comes out, Robbie. And back controlled there by Logan, and Florida knocks it deep and changes. Ty comes out with the puck. Shot, and Carmen with the save. It's in front. Carmen again with another save, and nice cover there as well. And fast start for the Coyotes. We have Chica Molina on the ice. Carter and Joe. And Joe picks it up the board, drops it back in front. Joe, nice interception there with the puck. And puck comes out of the zone. No icing here. Molina with pressure. Joe headed after it. Carter back behind. McLeod to Joe. Joe gets up to Molina. And shot goes high for Florida. Knocks it back deep again. Carter in the corner. Molina chips it across over to McLeod, and it's going to go deep again, back to Joe. And Carmen's going to step out slightly and cover that. And new set of lines on. Boom and Levy. Looks like Guzzo and Molina. McLeod over to Boomin. Just past him. Point. Now Woody's going to take the puck, get it out of the zone, and going to skate it through over to Guzzo. Back to Woody. Shot, goal! Nice give and go between Guzzo and Woody, and Coyotes get the first goal here. Beautiful give and go breakaway to get things started for the Coyotes. Really nice. Woody presses up and gives a nice pass to Guzzo. Guzzo sends it right back to him and get a good shot on goal there. Those are the kind of shots we need against this Florida goalie who's really large. Big goalie. Logan back behind Ringstrom. And puck goes deep here. Reese and Carmen's gonna sweep it out. Now Reese in the corner. Robbie now. And Reese back to Ty. Ty pass up to Ringstrom. Ringstrom docks it up and gets it to Logan, and we're gonna get a change here. Robbie will keep pressure on. Wyatt knocks it deep. Powers. And ref rules that was offsides. And so they got to hold it up, and they will call that offsides here. And covered there by Carmen. And Carmen knocks it out over to Joe. Joe chips it up to Powers. Powers, nice pass over to Carter. Carter steps up, gets it into the zone, gets it deep, drops back. Now Wyatt with pressure. Joe is going to control, gets it just past Carter. Now back to Joe. Joe up the boards to Wyatt. Wyatt heads after it. And covered by Carmen there. Nice save there, in position, tracking it the whole way in. And that's going to be an offsides. Coyotes tag up here. Ty defending. Puck comes around Reese. Hanley in the corner. Hopefully back to Ty. Ty back to Reese. And that's going to go all the way down. That would be an ice. Lumen Levy on the ice. Woody. McLeod on the face-off. Levy knocks it over to Woody. Hard hit by Levy there. Blumen. Levy up the boards. Levy again. Now Woody puts it up, and Guzzo knocks it into the zone. McLeod. Joe and Carter out there. And that's going to come right off of Carmen. Guzzo skates up to Woody. Woody's got some room here. And he's going to knock that deep in the corner and get a change on for the Coyotes. Logan with pressure. Ringstrom pressure. Carter and in front. Nice move there by Florida there, but better save, Robbie, into the zone. Gonna go in the corner. Try to get over to Ringstrom. Comes out to the Alliance. Now Joe gonna knock it back into the zone, and they're gonna call offsides on that. Couldn't see if it was, I think Robbie, no, not sure who was in the zone there, maybe Ringstrom. But we'll get an offsides there, and that will just give us a chance to switch up here. Gino, Wyatt, Ty, Jakey, and Reese. Now Ty keeps it in. And Florida comes out with it. Nice stop there by Ty. Reese. In front. Now Jakey comes away with it. Nice pass. Over to Wyatt. Wyatt can get that deep there. Nice job by Ty. Puck, that's going to be another offsides there. All right, Sawinski will be on the face-off here. And Joe gets it deep. Chicka. Gets it up to Carter. Quick shot there, and goes up and off the goalie and into the netting. Joe chips it up the boards. Sawinski is going to knock it deep. Nice play there by Sawinski to get that deep. Controlled by the goalie. Comes out. Sawinski with a nice pin there. Carter. Good physical play. Oh. Joe. Up to Chicka. Chicka's got the puck. Comes in. And puck comes around. And Chicka looks like he got a little hurt there. He's coming off hurting. And glove save by Carmen there. Chicka almost put that in the 5-hole there, but the goalie did just hold on and bounced out. All right, we got McLeod, we got Woody, we got Guzzo, we got Boomin, and we got Levy on the ice. Boomin. Pressure, now McLeod. Looks like I missed that. We do have a Sawinski with the penalty shot by McLeod. Now Guzzo backs it up. Apologies. It is 5-on-5. I missed what the penalty was on Sawinski. He's in the penalty box. Levy. But it is still 5-on-5. I can verify that. Guzzo knocks it deep. Skip up and out. Coyotes came today with some physical play, which is good to see. And there goes Molina after the puck. Molina behind the net, up to Ty, cross ice, and that's going to get stolen away. And we're going to have a breakaway here, but nice job there by Reese to break that up. Now Ty, and we do have a delayed penalty here on the Coyotes. And there we go with the whistle, and we're going to call that a slash, I think. And they're calling that a slash on Reese. So Reese is going to go in the box here. It was kind of necessary to do. I don't know, didn't look egregious, but they do call that. And so Coyotes will go on our first penalty kill here. Lean on the face-off. And it finally comes off there. Over to Chika. Chika gonna push that all the way out. Puck's coming right at you here. That puck was about 5 feet from hitting the iPad here. So, but you know what? I held on. I didn't lose the filming. Didn't want you guys to miss a moment of the action. Dad loses teeth, but remains filming. Could have been the headline there. And Chip and Carmen with a save. Stepped out. And puck just skirts through the 5-hole. Carmen made one stop. And we're going to have a goal there for Florida. Carmen stepped up, made one stop, but then puck came back again. There is some discussion with Coach Laraza, trying to understand what happened there. Maybe Coach was arguing for a goalie interference call there. Didn't get it. I think they discussed it actually shortly after, and refs decided that it was not. No replay here, so hard to know. Boomin headed back. Gonna get it up to Ringstrom. Boomin knocks it up, boards. Backing around. And nice hard hit there by Logan. Florida comes away with it, knocks it back deep. Now, Levy, nice play. Robbie, back to Levy. Tries to get it out and does. Nice pass up to Ringstrom. Ringstrom's got some room here, one-on-one, and nice defensive play there. And puck comes out. Logan knocks it deep. Guzzo knocks it back over to Ty. Ty's got some space, knocks it up and gets it. Return right back deep. Guzzo back to Ty. Ty didn't quite see it. Gets it up past Woody there, and they're going to call that an ice. And we will head back into the Coyotes defensive zone. Carter. And we got a whistle here. And we're going to get an offsides, I believe, on the Alliance. So puck will come just outside the zone here. Got Joe, Carter, Sawinski on the faceoff, Molina, Chitka on the ice. And Joe comes away with it, tries to pass it there. Can't. Carter. Carter up the boards. Carter heads after it. Drops it back to Joe. Joe. And they're going to not call that offsides. And so Jakey's in there, putting some pressure on. In front, Chino. Chino tries to get it to Wyatt, comes up, Reese, shot. Oh, tipped and almost, just missed. Bounce it off. How you doing, man? Good to see you. And Reese gets it over to Jakey. Jakey drops it deep and comes back to Florida. Wyatt and Ty. Ty again, pins his man. Chino comes to help out. Drops right in front. Logan's just able to get a piece of it to knock it out from front, and Wyatt's going to knock it deep right off the goalie. And Wyatt took a hit into the Florida bench there. And they're going to bring it down into, let's see if we've got a penalty here. We do. I think it's a roughing call on the Alliance here. So Coyotes will go on a power play here. Up to Carter. Over to Molina. Back to Carter at the point. Back to Molina. Drops it down to Chitka. Back up to Molina. Now Chitka skates in, Carter. Molina in front. Shot off the pad by McLeod. Back to Molina. Rotating around, Chitka in front, Molina backs it out. Nice decision there. Carter at the point. Molina shot off the blocker. Chitka behind, in front. Sawinski. Now Molina, and we have a whistle. Let's see what this is. Net came off. Gives our boys a chance to set their breath a little bit here and keep going. Good control, good puck control. Couple good looks. Back up to Carter. Molina drops back over to Carter. Now Chitka gets it stolen, but he's going to get it back. Oh no, back to Florida here. Back behind. And nice save there by Sawinski. And he's going to get it over to Chitka. Now McLeod, Carter, Chicka behind the net. Chicka, one move, can't hang on. Was 1 second from a good shot. Chicka now behind, in front. Sawinski, 12 seconds remaining. Carter, back to Carter. Molina, shot. Almost got a rebound there. And puck's gonna come out, and that'll end the power play. That line was on the entire time for that. And that's gonna do it for the first period. Coyotes tied with Florida 1-1. Be right back with you in a moment. All right, we are back here for second period. Up the boards there by Jacob. Now Woody. Zooming. And Woody's going to come away with that. Nice job there by Guzzo. Levy. Off the pads there. McLeod to Reese. And Florida comes away with it. And they're going to get that deep. Jacob goes after it. Ringstrom there too. Going to try to reverse it, gets it blocked. Now back to Reese there, up to Ringstrom. Now Ringstrom into the zone. In front, and goalie swipes it away. Reese with a hit. Logan defending, tie. And got a whistle here. This looks like it's going to be going against Florida here. See what the call is. Missed the call here, but Coyotes will go back on the power play. We'll get another one. First one looked good. Couldn't actually put anything in. Had a couple looks. A rough. I think that's a roughing. And so we have a power play here again. We have Molina, Sawinski, McLeod, Chitka, Carter. Same as the first power play. And Florida quickly moves it away. And Florida's going to come away with it. In front, nice tip there by Sawinski. Bailed out the Coyotes on that one, and Carter's going to control. Tries to make a move, knocks it back. Chitka up to Sawinski. Sawinski's going to skate it into the zone, knocks it deep, and heads after it. Up to the point, up to Molina. Molina to Carter at the point. Back to Molina. Tries to knock it in now. Carter, another blocked again. Molina controls. In front there, McLeod. And Carter's going to hold on to it. Back to Molina, minute left. Now Carter, tipped in front. Tried to get a tip on it, couldn't. Chitka up to Molina. Rotates over Molina. Look, almost got to Chitka. Just on the side of the net, couldn't quite get it in front. Carter, Molina, tries to get it through over to McLeod, goes off of a Florida. Again, good puck control. I think Florida's doing a good job of keeping us on the outside, but here and there we do get a good look here, so just got to keep pounding at it here. And Ringstrom loses his stick, and puck goes all the way back. Joe's going to head after it. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. And he knocks it back to Guzzo. Guzzo up to Ringstrom. Ringstrom skates through one. Going to enter the zone. Dropped it back to Gino. Now Ty. Knocks it back over to Guzzo. Gino goes to help out. And we are wrapping up the power play here. Gino almost had a look. And goalie extends out and covers this. And that'll end the power play. 13-12 remaining in the second period. Still 1-1. Had a couple good looks there. Couldn't quite put anything away. Levy with a nice job there. Now Ty. In front, and that'll be a goal for Florida. Middle of the ice left wide open there for their big man number 18. Jacob, nice hustle, gets it up. Jacob, now Jakey. Jakey gets it behind the net. Comes up. And got a high stick. And that'll come just outside the zone here. Gino on the face-off. And it drops up Levy over to Booman. Booman knocks it deep. Levy now. Just able to get it off. Now Jakey back up to Booman. chip. Puck goes deep. Blumen heads after it. Levy tries to chip it out, up to the top. In front. And we got a whistle here. Looks like there was some tie-up between Levy and number 54 over there for Florida. It might be just coming off the ice. And, oh, nope. Looks like those will be coincidentals for Jacob and number 58 battling in front of the net here. And so now we've got Reese, Carter, Joe, Robbie, Ty, and Reese, Logan, Ringstrom on the ice. Ty battling. Now Reese, Robbie's in there. Reese cross ice pass to Ty, very nice. Gets it in front to Robbie. Robbie can't quite keep a handle on it, but Reese is going to knock it deep. Ty. Guzzo heads after it. And that'll be an ice. And they'll go back into the Coyotes zone here. And they're going to blow a whistle there. After a scramble in front of the net, Carmen holds strong and keeps it out. The net comes off. Carter. McLeod skates through, and looked like that could have been a hook. Coach was looking for a hook, did not get it. Guzzo. Oh, nice hit there by Woody. Really hard hit. Guzzo in front. McLeod, oh, can't quite get a good shot off. Had a look there. And Florida's got a man down. comes off and into the netting. Comes off Carmen there. And man hit Florida. Looked like he got hit maybe in the neck. He seems okay though. He was able to get himself off the ice. Okay, folks, well, here we are. We're at the ice clean here, middle of the second. So we'll be back with you in about 12-ish minutes for the second half of this one. 2-1 Florida.